All right, welcome everybody. My name is Eddie Villa. I'm so excited. I want to share with you all a great person that I got to really know really well in a very short amount of time. But I've known her for a while, but I really got to know her in just the last week and a half. And this is a person who is considering joining one of my programs, which is in this one is the Eddie Villa certification course. It's like the best program that we offer inside of Unleash Your Strengths. It's the most transformational, and so of course it's one of the most expensive. And one of the people that this person here came in, she's really like, I'm really interested in this, but I gotta really know what it is I'm diving into. And of all the people that have ever come into the certification program or anything I've ever done, I have never seen anybody do this much in-depth research on everything inside of Unleash Your Strengths. I was like, oh, this is awesome because now I get a real inside look at what it's like inside of my company and my business. I just said, here, you go and go talk to everybody you want, talk to all my certified coaches, talk to all my members of my community, get all the answers, and then report back to me and tell me what you learned. And boy, I learned a lot. And so today on this interview, I'm going to introduce you to this amazing person. And then I'm just going to ask her, hey, what did you get from what's going on inside of my community? And then hopefully for you all get to understand what is this certification program? What is Unleash Your Strengths? What does it stand for? What does it represent from the eyes of somebody who did some in-depth work trying to understand it? So without any further ado, my friends, this is one of my newest favorite people on the planet, as I love to say, Joy Book Thomas. Joy, thank you so much for being here.
Hi, I'm so glad to be here. It's like, yeah, I decided to do like a ton of deep diving, and I don't even think you actually told me to go. It was sort of like, hey, do whatever research you need to do, and I decided to talk to everyone I could.
Yeah, yeah. So let's talk about that just like for just a second. Why was it so important for you to the level of deep dive in my community and my business and my company that you did? Why was that so important for you?
Because I have invested a significant amount of money in myself and in my businesses in the past. And when I say significant, it's not the amount that this program is. It is way more. One program, and just one that I did, was a $50,000 investment plus travel 4 times a year. And I'm a Canadian, and everything was in the US. So flights, hotels, everything I had to really invest. So I probably overall invested about 80,000 Canadian, probably more, into just that one program. And I've done probably 4 or 5 different programs working on myself and working on my businesses. So now I've learned that I have to be aware of where I'm spending my money, because I have, for lack of a better word, wasted a ton of money, energy, time, because I never did anything with the programs. So it developed me as a person. I am who I am today, a little bit more deeper of this, and I know more about this, and I can be able to plan any kind of event anywhere in the world. But am I actually using this now? Well, no, I'm not, because life changed in 2020.
All right. Well, then, first question, and I'm going to encourage you to be quick on this one. And then, because I want to really get to the second question, that's the one that's the real meat and potatoes here. First question is, why did you decide to join the certification course after all the things you did? What was what made you decide I'm going to do this now?
I think because I forgot what my value was. I forgot who I was as a person. So I needed to relearn, or I need to relearn what my worth is. And just having, short little conversations and listening to you, when you did the ability and said, told me all about this program, and listening to you, I realized there's a lot of information in this that could be able to help me get out of the stagnant place I am in my life, and where I've been for almost like 3 years now. I need that change. So I'm looking for a change to be able to help myself and to help myself as a business owner.
During your in research, which what this might is going to be my next question is, what did you discover?
Yeah.
But during your research, you and I had about 4 different phone calls.
Yep.
And if I remember correctly, they just got slightly more intense as we got along. So, how helpful was that for you to have conversations with me directly about when it comes to your involvement in this program?
It was extremely helpful. And when I was doing, I'm going to say a deep dive because I don't know what else to call it. I was diving deep into, do I want to invest this money and time and energy and what I'm going to be doing with my life for the next, 4 months kind of thing, because I plan on running with this. And I wasn't going to invest until I knew I could run with it. But every time that I was sort of like, I'm not going to say hitting a wall because it wasn't really hitting a wall. Every time I was like questioning something, because I had a lot of questions and I didn't even know what my questions were, to be honest. And that's one of the calls that we had, is that we had a call and you're just like, you don't even know what your questions are. And I'm like, yeah. Like, and then I'm like, because one of the questions I was asking is, can I make money? And you're like, yeah, of course you can make money. And I had to, like, you had to dive a little deeper with me before I could realize I wasn't just asking, can I make money? I was really wanting to ask, can I make $1,000 a month, every month for a year? Can I actually do it? Because that was, that was part of what I saw, is like, okay, making 12 grand in a year. Well, I'm sorry, I don't know what everybody else makes in the world, but 12 grand in a year seems so small to me. So I needed more. I needed to know that this could be. And I asked somebody else, not even you, because I asked a bunch of your coaches and people who graduated this. And I'm like, so have you made any money? And I think I was like, that's, some people were really thinking that my strengths were not what they really are because of the questions I was asking. And I needed to, you needed to actually bring off the layers of the onion within me, because it was like, oh, here's a great big thick layer and here's a thin layer. And like, we need to like cut through that onion and go right to the core, because you're not getting it, Joy. But you didn't say that. I'm just bringing up this analogy that I just created 2 seconds ago. But I needed to be cut to the core so I could actually start to sprout and grow. I'm a gardener, so I think that's a really good one.
That is awesome. I love that analogy. All right, so let's get to the final thing then. So for those of you that are watching this, like what I want to do is I want to meet with you all. If you're interested in joining this program, I want if you feel like you need those answers, you need to, or even you need to like better understand what questions to ask. I'm going to keep my schedule open for you, by the way, for those of you that are watching this, because what I experienced with Joy was a process that I actually would love to have with everyone that wants to join this certification program. So for those of you that are still considering it, that's going to be open to you. Joy, what are the things that you learned about my business while talking to my own coaches? Now, my coach, because you went out and talked to all my coaches, the ones who graduated, and I just said, you have questions? Go reach out to them. Go find them. I didn't even tell you who to talk to. I didn't even tell you where to find them.
I had to find that out.
Yeah, you just kind of like that's I'm just telling everybody that's how little I got involved in this process. Not only did I not talk to them, but I didn't even tell you how to reach them.
So I had
And
to
you
be the
did.
sleuth. I had to like grab people and find them. But I needed to make sure that I was doing my due diligence, because I've owned a business before. So I wanted to make sure I was doing my due diligence. I can't just jump into something because I think that that's absolutely fantastic. I needed to know more. And that's not my norm. That is not my strength. I was working from a different, I was looking for input when input's my 34th strength. So I was working from a totally different realm. But I called and I messenger people. I went on the Facebook groups and I started saying, hey, and will you be willing to talk to me? I did a post. I asked questions. I asked questions I didn't even know I was asking questions. And all of your coaches, every single one of them told me that they would do it all over again. And that to me meant everything, because I have regretted some of the things I've done in my past. I've regretted buying some programs and it was a waste of money. It was just like I was throwing money away and I wasn't doing anything with it. So I wanted to know, is this what I need? Is this something that's going to help me be able to get out into the world how I know I need to be? So I asked all of the different questions. I asked them, have you made any money? I asked, do you regret this without saying word regret? Would you do this over again if you knew then what you know now? Would you do this over again? And every single one of them said that they would do this over again, that it has changed their lives. Someone even told me that it changed their marriage. And I was like, whoa, okay. How they relate to their kids. Whoa, okay. And I started, asking more questions. I started asking the questions of the people to try to find out more about them, because I wanted to know, how has this really changed your life? How did that do? What did that do to you? How did you change? What were you like before? Like, I was asking so many questions, and I'm sure some of them were like, where is this girl coming from? And why does she want to know information about me? But it helped me to process what I needed to learn inside. And every single one of them would do this again. And every single one of them asked me questions about me. They wanted to know more things about me. And I think I've learned a little bit. I'm going to learn a lot more, but I've learned a little bit of asking questions gets deep down. It's, again, going back to that onion analogy. You were asking me to be able to get deep down. They didn't cut it with a knife. They were trying to like peel off a small little layer. You were just like, okay, let's go. And they were just like, I don't know this person, so therefore I'm just going to try to get one layer of the onion off, and maybe, just one little thing. And you were just like, let's go. But you and I have known each other a little bit longer, and I've been in your community, right? So there's an invested interest. But to me, I need proof. I was looking for proof that I could do this course and that I would actually do something with it. I didn't want to have another investment, and it's not $50,000 with you, but I didn't want to have another investment that I was just like, I just threw that away. I wanted to know that the people that you have trained have done something with this and it's changed their lives. And not one person said it did not change their life. So they are definitely proving to me that this can be a life-changing course for me. And if that's it, then every penny that I invest into you and into coaching with you, and I also chose to do the coaching, the one-on-one coaching with you as an extra month. And I think, in all honesty, that was a big question. Do I want to spend the extra money to be able to get the one-on-one coaching time with you? But because you were so willing to talk to me, and every single time I talked to you, and sometimes it was like literally a 5-minute conversation, I learned something about me. You taught me something about me. You brought something to the surface. You helped me crack down to the core of that onion that nobody else was doing for me. So that made me realize that I needed to not just do the course, not just do this coaching certification program, but also to be able to do the one-on-one coaching with you. Because if you can do that with me in 5 or 10 minutes, what are you going to do in an hour? Like, hello?
Yeah. Right.
I am not going to be the same Joy 4 months from now. I am going to be a totally different Joy, because if I can get down to the core of what's going on in every area of my life and look at all of those strengths and look at everything that I'm doing, why? How could I not change? So that to me is, I had to ask the questions to be able to find out the real question. But I also learned so much more about others. And I think some people, like a couple of your coaches, are like, I'm here anytime. Like it's almost like I created friendships that could be long-term friendships. And they're like, I'm here anytime. Anytime you want to talk, let me know. And it's like, that's unheard of. So to me, that is the caliber of people that have taken your program. And it also shows me the caliber that you're teaching these people. So I learned so much. I could ramble on forever, but I will stop there
This is
unless you
good.
have anything.
This is helpful. So I got from you about all the things that you're getting from, and I'm kind of emotional because I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud that they kind of showed up that way.
So I think I learned a lot about myself, but I also learned that it's okay to answer questions with a question. And I no longer have that frustration if someone was to ask a question after I've asked them a question. There's a lot.
So for you watching this, everybody, and you, Joy, you even like you're looking at this, I'm like thinking, how do we better help people better ask questions? And how do we do that? And that's how we actually be of real impact and service of people. I honestly, truly believe that that is the main function and the reason why people would do my programs again and again and again, is because they find out more and more about themselves and how to be their best selves. And Joy, I'm so grateful to you for doing and going this journey. Let's wrap up. And I want to just tell anybody right now, if you're watching this video, and if there's anything that Joy is helping you unpack for yourself and you choose to decide to join the 4.0 program that we're doing right now, all you got to do is join the program and message me with the word joy. Messaging me is easy. Find me, I'm all over the place. Just message the word joy. And the reason why you're going to do that is when you do that and you join the 4.0 program, I'm going to do those same things I did with Joy. I'm going to do those with you. Meet with you privately and go over working with you privately. One time we'll do a call and we'll kind of find out what your strengths are and help you do this your way. And then, of course, I'm going to encourage you all to join the 4.0 program and then get that private time with me, which I'm not going to be offering for the next 3 to 4 months because I'm only going to be working with all these wonderful people. So get that option real quick. Joy, any final thoughts, and we'll say goodbye to everybody.
I just want to say thank you. Not only just thank you to you, but thank you to all the coaches. Hopefully they'll see this as well. Thank you to all the people that were willing to talk to me, that took time out of their day and their lives to be able to have those conversations with me, because it really helped me to see what I needed to see. And so thank you for doing the work that you do. And thank you so much for offering this program and offering that private time, because I know I benefit so immensely. Just amazing for me to see more about myself just by you having a call with me. So that extra call is just amazing. Thank you so much for doing that. That's a great offer.
Thank you, Joy. You're awesome. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day. Joy, thank you so much. And we'll see you all inside of Unleash Your Strengths. Bye, everybody.